Now that Sean is confident in styling his chart in Excel, he also now wants to modify some of these styles. Here, styling means playing around with the default colors as well as adding different elements to your chart. Click on the chart so that the Chart Tools tab comes up. And now look at the Design tab and go all the way to the left and you'll find the Add Chart Element button. Click on that. You can add different elements to your chart, such as axis titles or chart title. At the moment, our chart does not have a title. You can see that the button None has already been pressed. If you now click on Above Chart, guess what? A chart title appears, except it just says Chart Title. Double click on that chart title or highlight all of the letters and type an appropriate chart title that you feel suits the data. Go back to Add Chart Element. Let's add some axis titles. Click on Axis Titles, Primary Horizontal. Now we can add Account Managers as the horizontal axis name. Go back to Add Chart Element, Axis Titles, Primary Vertical. Double click or highlight all of the text to edit it. Now I'll add sales and put dollars in brackets as the title for the vertical axis. So if you want to add different chart elements, remember that you've got to click on the Add Chart Element button within the Design tab. Another way to modify your chart is by clicking on your chart, and you'll see when you hover that 3 buttons appear on the top right. The plus does pretty much exactly the same thing as the Add Chart Element button that we just looked at. You can check or uncheck whatever options you want to add to your chart. Click on the paintbrush icon. Here again, you can change the style of your chart just like we did before. Or you can click on color, and again, you can change the color of your chart just like we did before. Click on the funnel, the filter. It lets you select which data you want to add or remove from your chart. Let's say we only wanted to see Mihail Khan's category within this chart. Uncheck Select All, and then check Mihail Khan. Click Apply, and now the graph has completely changed to only show the sales figures for Mihail Khan. Check Select All again, click Apply, and now your chart is showing all the figures for the different account managers. So another great way to modify your chart is by clicking on the chart and then utilizing these 3 buttons on the top right, plus a paintbrush icon as well as a funnel icon. Another way to modify your chart is by double-clicking your chart. As you can see, Excel has now brought up a new menu called Format Chart Area. Here you can click on the drop-down menu and change the chart area, the chart title, the axes, and so on. And for each of these, you can change the fill and line by clicking on the paint bucket icon. You can change the effects by clicking on the pentagon icon, which is actually a paint nib. Or you can size and change the properties of the different chart elements by clicking on the move icon. Have a play around and see what you can do. Every single element of your chart, the title, the legend, the colors of the columns, the axes, the font of the axes, every single element can be modified. Have a play around with all of these options and see how you can modify your chart to really impress your team.